Well, it's been a couple weeks. Nothing over here has really changed, aside from I only have that now. But there is something over there, so stay tuned. Hey everybody. I know it's been a couple weeks. Just been kind of posting some shorts and, you know, stuff like that. What can I say? It's Christmas season. Been busy. It's only really I got for excuses. Some things I've gotten done. For one, the 10 Pro is gone. A good friend, as we, who we, maybe not all of you, but Aiden over at Eighty8 RC, he was looking for one, and I just so happened to not really want mine anymore. But I wanted to keep parts. So that's where we're going to go into like two different things here. So as you can see, the BFG, the BFG 410 if you want to call it that, has the the Vanquish Method 101s. Being the first Vanquish rims I ever bought, I really didn't want to get rid of those. And I thought they would look really good on this truck. From there, obviously, well, as you can see, I kept the body. Because Myron, a good buddy of mine there, he did an amazing job painting that. And I just don't want to get rid of it. I think it looks great on the wall, especially, you know, you can see, you know, hobby shops, tires, and the channel, YouTube, you know, I think it looks good there, and I'd rather keep it. The body itself just holds, you know, a moment in, the history of Blind Guy RC. So anyway, so we kept the body. I still have, because I didn't want to get rid of it, the Reefs 444. So that will go into the next project, which, yes, there is a project coming, but I'm not saying what it is. We're not going comp. I'm really just not a comp guy. The one comp truck I have is this, which is the BFG. It is probably not 100% legal, but it is a Class 1-ish. And it's kind of the class I like. I'm a bit more of a... I like to scale into things. You know, I just do a lot of trail truck. Yes, there's lots of rocks and stuff that I like to do, but the way I look at it is like, I want to build a truck that I would build full size, more or less, that, you know, you can drive to work, but you can also go, or better, you can go pick up groceries and still go wheeling at the same time and do some killer trails. So, kind of my idea of things. But anyway, from there, I also kept the Reefs 800 IS. And I got the screen looking at me for once. The Reefs IS internal spool winch. So 800 ounces of torque. I think it actually does more than that on like 4S or whatever it is. But it's a direct plug and play. Run it off your typical channel. The flysky has... where is it? Right there. I like using the one that's right here. I believe that one? Yeah. There's like a little dial. You can go up, neutral, down, or pull it out, stop, pull it in, kind of thing. My wheel is not staying on anymore. I have to think of something else to do. Probably go to DSM Off-Road and order the actual wheel for this. That'd be a smart idea. But yeah, so that's kind of all that's going on. I just have to get the hook back on. There we go. Like there's some other things that... Where am I going with that? I lost my train of thought on what I was about to say. So with the 10 Pro, we'll just explain with that. It was a very... The way it was set up with all the underdrive, or overdrive, depending on the way you want to look at it, it was underdriven, so it had overdrive. I couldn't just go just start walking up the trail with it. You can, but with the amount it has, from what I gather, it really would have... I really had to start watching the motor temps and everything. And I didn't love the Outrunner motor, if I have to be honest. It was torquey. Like, it had loads of power, because I didn't keep those. I didn't keep the motor and the ESC. Or the tires and foams. Tires and foams, I can get those. I'm not worried about that. But it just... I built it and literally used it, I think, 3 times. More like 2.5. And yeah, it was really fun. It crawled up a lot of stuff. But I'd do a line, pick it up, carry it to the next line, do it, pick it up, carry it to the next one, do it. And it just takes the fun out of it for me. As much as doing the lines are fun, I like just driving down the trail. Like, there's fun in that too. And if I can't really do that without having to go in or put a servo in to make it so it's normal ratio to then underdrive, I know everyone's gonna say, like, really? But that's just what it was. I'm very grateful to get to have done that build. The way that I initially would have had to sell it, it would have had to stay, everything would have had to stay in it. And I just didn't really want that. I wanted to keep the parts, because some of the parts meant more to me than the actual truck. So that's why, just let it go. I did a trade, so I didn't actually, there was no cash swapped hands, and the trade is for parts that will be going on the new truck. Aiden had some brand new parts. Obviously, as we know, he has a hobby shop, but he himself just had some parts that I'm really into, and so we did a trade, and that was kind of that. So those will be in a video coming up in the next... I'll probably do those parts after I get the truck that they'll be going into, if that makes sense. I think that's how we're going to do it. So yeah, it's nothing on, nothing on BC Hobbies, nothing on the 10 Pro itself. It just wasn't for me. I enjoyed building it. That's that. To be honest, I don't comp. I actually have never comped. I held a comp. I'd like to do it again. But me, myself, I like watching people do the comp. I just, whether it's my vision, I don't know, I'm not 100% into it. I like trail days, that's my thing. Maybe a scale adventure would be fun, that I'd take part in. But, it is what it is. That's what I was going to say. One thing that's supposed to go in this truck in the front is a drive shaft. I cannot remember the brand of this drive shaft. I picked them up from somewhere. I don't think it wasn't Amazon. But they're normal, you know, they're good drive shafts. I picked it up when I had the Merge X. It needed a new drive shaft in the rear, and it came with, I got 2 of them. One long and one short. Anyway, that has to go in the front. So, there's that. So, yeah. Like I said, not a whole lot has gotten done. That really is my fault. I haven't really been keeping up on enough things. Just, kind of is the way it is. But you can get a good look at how the rims look on that. I think they just fit. I think fits the truck. But see, building this truck or any of those trucks, I have especially the wedding truck, I have a really deep connection with them. I really love the trucks. If there just isn't a full connection there, I'm okay to sell it. And it can go to something else. It's kind of the way I feel with it. It's like the lowrider. It was cool, no connection. Let it go. So yeah, it's just the way it is. To be honest. All right, so I guess we'll move to the next thing. Uno momento. So as you can see, there's a new printer here. I'm just gonna move that over here. Hi. Hopefully my head's not as cut off as the other printer that I got. My head was cut off here. Well, I need to put a smart hat on here. There we go. My new hat. I love my hat. Yeah. Okay. So I got a new printer. And I've printed things. There was a tool holder thing. Probably can't see any of it here. So all the tools that come with the actual printer come on the file. Where's the other thing? Oh yeah. Comes with 2. So here is a... Hold on. There we go. A little bit more zoomed out there. So it comes with a USB adapter. And you can pull out... that's what she said. You can pull out a... micro SD card. I don't know why that took me so long. So that's nice. So there's one way of printing something. And then of course it comes with the thumb drive. Typical thumb drive. This is a 8 gigabyte thumb drive. You probably read it there when I went like this, and you're like, yeah, it's 8 gig, it's it, yep, all right. So then you would just plug it in your. So the cool thing with it is right along in the bottom here, you have, of course, hold on. I don't think that worked really well, but you're zoomed in. So on the bottom, there is a micro SD plug, or port. There is a USB port. And hold on. Okay, so the USB. I think this one is the Ethernet plug? No, that's on the side. It's over here. Somewhere. Look at me, I don't even know my own printer. Is it over here? I think it's in the back. Whatever. That's gonna bug me. Oh, that's a micro USB? USB-C? Maybe that one? It's one of those ones. So we'll just pull that back out. And then you have your screen here, obviously, that I can go like this. Because it's on a stretcher cord. Remember the cords when you had phones back in the day? Remember those? And you can get like extensions so you can go into the other room. I could do that with this. I could have a cord long enough that I could sit over on the couch and be like, I don't like how that sounds. I'm gonna go like this. I like that. But anyway, so it just goes on that mount like so. Right there. And you pull it off, do whatever you need to do, bring it over to here, be like, hey man, look at that right there. Isn't that cool? Yeah. But you have your preheat settings. You have your, so you can move it up and down, so I'll go to the big, so I can move it up, move it down. I can go side to side, obviously. I can put my temperatures, preheat PLA, ABS, TPU, PETG, amongst other filaments. But it's nice that those four are just preset on there, so you can just start printing. And then you got your speeds and everything. This is the Elegoo Neptune 4 Pro. This will do 500 millimeters per second. Recommended 250. So I've been doing about 200 to 240 as my fastest. And and then load. So when you put your filament in, you just press load and you can, make sure it's coming out good and everything. Undoing it is really simple. I'll heat it up and I'll pull that out actually. Something else, she said. So we'll preheat the PLA. You can hear things going. I'm going to show you something there. So there's that. So it's got a huge, it's like a 4-fan blower right here to cool off parts. It's got all the lights you need. So it's got a light under here. It's got nice LED strip up there. Obviously your filament's here with its, there's the reader right there. But when you want fans, if it's hot out, turn that on. Cool you off right away. But I can turn that on even crazier somewhere. No, I think it has to be on the print. Sadly. But there's like sport mode, and this thing, it blows a lot. It can blow some air. Oh crap, what I just pressed. Motor off. We don't need that off. We'll turn the fans. You can see that that's loud, right? With PLA you don't need that. With other ones it's a good idea. Yeah, but I love the lights. So it's obviously preheating. To pull your filament out, there's this little lever right here. Just a little puller. You just pull the lever over, pull your filament out, just like that. The old printer had a great setup, but it was really annoying because the filament was down here, and it had to go all the way up through the reader down here, up through the extruder, and then over to here. And when you'd pull it out of the, because it was a weird setup, so I guess the extruder was over here, and whatever, but as you pull a wire out, there was a little black piece that would come out with it, because quite often at the end of the filament, usually a ball or something there. So it's nice that this just pulls out, and I think when you go to turn it on, it gets rid of a lot of that stuff. So now we're just gonna grab this red. We're gonna go like that. Go in. Go like so. And I'm gonna go over to preheat extruder, and I'm just gonna maybe you can catch that. Yeah, maybe you can. Yeah, so we're just gonna, there we go. So you can see it kind of poops out that glob that of the rest of the multicolor filament that was sitting there. And there we go. There goes the red. And I think I pressed it a couple times, so it's gonna waste a fair bit of filament there. But with all their nice tools that you get, you just grab, comes with a bunch of tools, but finally I have a pair of these little flush cutters. Quite nice. Okay, we're gonna stop that. Really didn't need to use that, but it just makes a nice coiler, as we'll say. But yeah, you can see there, it's just a now it looks like your hose, garden hose. Yeah, whatever. Anywho, yeah, so there's all that. And then when you want to go to your prints, I don't want to do that. The auto leveling is insane. I'm not going to bother showing that. There's enough videos to show you. But you just go to your prints, go over. So here's all your prints here. We'll do this. This is the last one I just printed. It's a trash can. So, yeah. Off. But here's one of the stock things that come on the printer. It is a plant pot. But it's super cool, this filament. Really cool. But it has like, the detail of this printer is pretty impressive. I've printed 2 of those. And then the garbage can, obviously this one didn't come out the best, but it is the garbage can that is on Harley Design's website. He created this in one of his STL Sundays, I believe it was. And this has some lines, clearly. You know, I gotta kind of adjust some things, but at the end of the day, it holds all my pins. Yeah, so there's that. So things have been happening, just printer-wise. Yeah, so we'll just end it there. So, as always, like, comment, subscribe. Helps a lot. Finally over that 1,000, and do not worry, the 1,000 subscriber giveaway is coming. Just waiting on some stuff still. One thing I can show, which I think I've already shown, this will be in the giveaway. It's really silly, I know, but if you're any fan of Radio Shack and all of its old stuff, yeah, do what you want with it, but that's one of the things. The other stuff's cooler, don't worry. Yeah, so like, comment, subscribe. Giveaways coming. Thank you everybody for all the support. And as always, go check out BC Hobbies, 88 RC, Mr. Wizard RC, BoomRacing. Go check out BoomMAN Built while you're at it. He's got some cool rims that he does, along with builds. But other than that, I will see all of you guys in the next video. Thanks a lot. Peace out.